Hello everyone, today is Saturday, April 9th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. in the morning exact. I guess I woke up about an hour ago. My sleep was spotty again last night, and ever since earlier yesterday evening, they vibrated my body so bad on purpose to try to. Actually, ever since after I heard that construction. I don't know. It wasn't construction. Whatever. I thought it was like some construction noise on a house behind us. I don't know if that's a house behind us. On this side, you know. And yesterday at late morning, after they did whatever noise harassment and I recorded them, seemed like as if they vibrated me all day all day yesterday and all night last night, and then even earlier this morning I tried to get me some more sleep. Couldn't go back to sleep, and they were vibrating me really bad. And I'm like, well, they must really, they must have, set the stage, you know, to torture me. I trying to, use the directed energy weapons to try to torture me out of here. Trying to run me up out of here. If the blue truck perp couldn't do it with the loud music, then now they're doing it with the energy weapons. The blue truck perp, as I said, I haven't seen him in a while, but about 10 minutes ago, I guess some perp neighbors, some motel perp neighbors, were slamming the car doors and the motel room doors again, like slamming it like on purpose, like very loud. And I think I may have heard a little bit noise this morning, but last night was another night I forgot what time I went to bed, but I know it was after midnight. I think it was even after 12:30, but I think it was before 1 o'clock that I tried to go to bed, try to go to sleep, and it was cold outside. But it was, I had the heater on, and so I think it was after 3 o'clock I finally was able to maybe get me a little sleep. And as I said, my sleep was spotty, and I think it was very well after 3 o'clock. I finally went to sleep, so I didn't even get to another sleep deprived kind of day, you know. But I wrote a couple of blog posts, you know, last night, and one was about New Orleans, my hometown, and um, excuse me, the other one blog post I was talking about Pentecostal narcissists, my personal experiences with them. And so my blog, the link to it, I've been putting it in the description box of every I put the blog in the description box of every YouTube video, just like the same information. The Gang Stalk Creole author blog. But and also I know people take to offense at whatever I say and get mad at me and stuff like that, but I'm not allowed to get offended at what people say. Or I'm not allowed to feel hurt. But so it so then I also have the link to the fundraiser in my I have the link to the new fundraiser that's not GoFundMe, but it's a different one. And so the link to the fundraiser, I got absolutely not one penny yet, no money yet. But the perps, they have the online perps, they have a problem with me having it up there. But I found a way to block them from trying to contact me or trying to bully, harass, and threaten me and stuff. And so, I put that in the description box also. And the Ko-fi I put in the description box. But if anybody wanted to help me out or donate, the quickest way to donate would be on the, excuse me, I got something crust in my eyes. But the quickest way to help me out is the donate button on my blog. If you like the content, I have a donate button. It will link straight to my PayPal, or in the in the description box at the very bottom, I have the Cash App and PayPal at the very bottom of the description box of all my videos. The Cash App and PayPal, that's instant. But the Go Get Funding is, I think it might take like a week or so. I don't know, because I haven't gotten any donations yet. But I'm with the Ko-fi. Well, as I said before, on the blog, I post like the short stories, the nonfiction ebooks, and the personal documentation and journaling of narcissistic abuse and gang stalking. Plus, just some like I post like all kinds of things on the something that might not even be related to targeting or narcissistic abuse. Like the New Orleans Journal, blog post that I did last night. I mean, that's, just an open talk or whatever. But some people make this rule that, you have to have a specific niche. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, niche or whatever, because I never heard the word pronounced. But Niche, whatever that word is, I never heard it pronounced. So forgive me for not knowing how the word audibly, how to properly pronounce it. But so people ain't gonna make no money off of exposing the gang stalking, or they'll maybe get very little money if they're telling the truth. Little to no money, and people ain't going to support you. But if you mix it with some lies and disinformation, that soars and gets so popular. SOAR, it will soar and get so popular. But I don't need a license to write or publish ebooks. I don't have a permanent roof over my head or a permanent address in order for me to make and sell things. I wouldn't know how to go about doing it if I personally was to have a permanent roof over my head and learn how to make a certain food or something, or make soap or something, or make bath bombs. If I were to learn how to do that and make it and sell it on Etsy or something, or even eBay or even Amazon. But I don't have the money or the equipment to do that, and plus I'm not in a permanent place. So I think that's hard too. And then me being targeted, if I were to try to sell things, and the gang stalkers might reroute my products that's supposed to go to certain customers, and on purpose, where the perps might redirect the me trying to mail out the packages of the products to the customers, and then the customers might mistakenly think that I'm the one who's cheating them or withholding the money and not giving them the product and stuff like that, and just all kinds of confusion and stuff like that. But if somebody, and it's like, that's why I try to do it this way, to offer my short stories and everything on my blog and stuff for free, and Kofi as well. For I offered it. I don't even do the memberships and the sales and stuff like on Kofi. I just in the Kofi, I have it like I made my Kofi to be just like pictures, like photos, and I made a few memes also of my own, and it's basically pictures and the short stories and recipes, but not really the personal stuff. The personal stuff that I go through. I don't, or like the blogging or journaling, I don't really put it on Kofi, but I just put the short stories and pictures and memes or anything, or cooking or anything creative. And I'm glad that Kofi is lenient enough that you can post whatever you post on Kofi, you can put it on other websites, and they're not gonna get mad and stuff, But it's been over a month since I gotten like really, much any support on my Kofi. But they said it's a way to make income, and so I even on my blog with the journaling, I even try to talk about even good memories of the past. Also stuff that I miss or stuff that I like, and skinny or fat. New Orleans. We from New Orleans, and New Orleans people are famous for food. So if people, narcissistic abusers, even in New Orleans and from New Orleans, have condemned me and called me greedy and stuff like that. I'm like, well, they got other fat people who like to eat too, but because I'm considered, retarded, mentally off and slow and special, you know, according to society, I'm the only one who gets singled out and called greedy. But if you call another fat person greedy, you do it out of, terms of endearment, like you like them so much, and as a joke, pretty much. But me, it's like a put down and an insult, and make me even afraid to eat. Make me even afraid to eat or even think about food. But they have people who basically, even a lot of skinny people, they live for cooking. But I'll say this: the foster care experimentation, like the mercury fillings in my mouth, and the psych meds throughout the years, and that medical word I can't say on here. It's one of the reasons why I'm obese now. It's not just, food. And especially now, I don't even overeat nowadays. And I seldom even eat junk food snacks as much. But due to me living here, the predicament, with my money being kind of low, like yesterday I went to the snack machine. And then it's like I feel terrible. I know I ain't supposed to eat this, but when I was on the streets, even dealing with like one serving of ice cream every day, pretty much because of being depressed, it would contribute like one scoop of ice cream 3 days a week. I'm like, I can't believe how badly that could damage your teeth. And dealing with the depression of the online gang stalking and being bullied and stuff like that, it really took a toll on me. And so I regret it and wish I could turn back the hands of time. That I wish that but then again, it was a struggle for me to even, like, it's hard to even get to brush your teeth while you're homeless, or you can't take a bath at all, but you got an easier chance of brushing your teeth than taking a bath. But if you try to brush your teeth, and you're homeless, and you try to, even if you don't even have to take a bath, you get banned from the library or kicked out the library if you try to brush your teeth while you're homeless. at the library. And then you can't carry around too much. You can't carry around bulky items, or you can't carry around suitcases or nothing. And it's just so hard. You gotta live through being homeless yourself in order to have an understanding of what I'm talking about. So thankfully I have a storage unit, but I can't put any food in there, and but it's so far away, and it was the only one that I could get. Um, so it's the only one that I knew of that I could get, but it's so far away, and it gets more expensive every year. But um, but I just carry around one backpack, and I've been trying to find a hiding place for the sleeping bag, because if I remember I told y'all I get treated as obvious homeless, and treated with discrimination from restaurants if I carry around the sleeping bag, or if I carry around more than one backpack. People seem like they respected me more, when I have one backpack. But if I have a backpack and an extra big purse or bag, if I got two big bags, people catch on that, she homeless, and then they throw me. They get really nasty and get rude, and like downtown they don't play. It's like, yeah, that narcissistic, they don't play. You know, it's like they'll ban you forever. From their restaurant, like you can never set foot in that place for the rest of your life, forever. You know, so, but anyway, so I've been, just trying to work on my writings, trying to do something productive, and trying to stay off the streets. And, people try to make it like, oh, you're such a desperate beggar and you're a horrible writer and stuff. Well, being sleep deprived and days of sleep deprived, you probably wouldn't be the best thought out writer either. But I'm at least trying something. Um, as I said, I offer, for free. But if you want to donate, and if you like it, then, thank you. I appreciate that. But the perps are flat out telling people don't support her. Don't read any of her short stories because they suck. Or they're poorly written. Shut up, because how can you say, like, you spell and type like somebody, like a first grade, like an illiterate kind of first grader, but then talking about my works being poorly written. And then they think that they can try to measure up by trying to pretend to measure up with intelligence, by trying to think that they can outsmart me, by thinking that they can use, high advanced vocabulary and stuff like that, but then spelling elementary simple words, like you can't even spell the word stupid, but then you want to try to use advanced vocabulary like petulant and stuff like that. She acts like a petulant child. Oh, but you incorrectly spell the word stupid, trying to call me stupid at the same time. So can't even spell the word dumb, but trying to insult my intelligence. So I having so many things I'm sitting up in here thinking about, wishing that I had the knowledge, money, or access to do, like when I had a roof over my head. But back in the 80s and 90s in New Orleans, people were, reminiscing on the good times about the huckabuck lady, or the lady who sell the frozen cups, or the lady who sell praline candy, or the lady who sell chips, candy, and whatever else, or the lady who sells hot dogs, or something like that. And I thought that, nowadays they want to make it more difficult that you can't, that people, they will snitch on you in a heartbeat if you try to sell things without a license. Because, like me being targeted and hated, if it was 2017 or 2018 and I tried to sell frozen cups, oh, they would have told on me. They would have got me arrested and put in jail. And so the government pretends to front like as if they care about your safety, you know, but it's all about control. And it's like, as I said, if many people, they got plenty of people who wouldn't have to be homeless if they were allowed to run a business without a license, but they want local mom and pop stores, shut down, and they want the corporations to flourish, and then you're forced to depend on the corporation to hire you, and they don't want to hire you, and you're blacklisted from employment and can't get a job, and you're forced to depend on them and stuff like that. And that's how people end up homeless. And then people want to, oh, lazy and don't want to work. Well, back then people used to run their own businesses and have their own shops. And what happened to basket weaving and textiles and stuff like that? Nowadays, people wouldn't even take an interest in basket weaving or, buying something, handmade, woodworks and stuff. Like, they have people who, like, it's rare, and even artists these days being independent creative artists, it's like, it's very difficult for them to, make money off their artwork. In New Orleans, in Pensacola, or anywhere, it's like people can't even make and sell artwork on the streets unless they have like a certain festival like gallery night, which I think is this coming Friday on the 15th, gallery night. They would have to wait until something like that to, and I even try to ask, well, how could I get in the business of, selling things at the farmer's market? And I see other people selling non-food items, or I was trying to see where could I fit in, to, if I can make and sell things, even if I can make a certain kind of art or just something to try to survive, But it might have been part of the gang stalking and just singling me out because in New Orleans, I was frustrated and, and devastated, with the workplace mobbing and abuse. And I said, well, instead of, what they did at the way they treated me at the zoo job that I did, it's like I try to be like, well, let me try to see, if I have to have a license, to sell my own frozen cups or huckabucks or whatever. And, and I would have envisioned to do something like make and sell organic and natural versions of, like, say if there was like an organic natural version of beignets or organic natural jambalaya, without the, the toxic additives, or if I were to make and sell, an organic kind of natural gumbo, or years ago, I thought about what if I can open my own restaurant, or if I can have a food truck, but I didn't realize you got to be a sellout Mason in order to get these things and be successful. I was wondering, why does everybody keep shunning me? They don't like my business ideas. I mean, or if I can make and sell, if I can learn how to make and sell, natural aguas frescas, Hispanic, if I can make like a Creole Cajun fusion, or like, restaurant or something, and mix it with like other cultures and try to make everything just organic and natural and make a business out of that, they wouldn't even let me get my foot in the door. I mean, it's like, it's ridiculous that the government making like you can't even children trying to make their own lemonade selling fun. If they try to sell lemonade and cookies, they bully and harass you and run you off and confiscate your items. Even if a child sells lemonade and chocolate chip cookies as a fundraiser, can't even do that. And so, you know, we all know that elimination of mom and pop stores and the, building more, building more of the, corporations, um, it's building part of the new world order. And if you're not one of them, they make sure you can't flourish. But if you see a lot of these businesses and stuff, and then you do research and find out, like, even restaurants that you think, taste so good, it seems like some of them probably put like a voodoo or witchcraft spell on purpose to make their food good enough to die over. That's my personal little phrase, my little expression. If the food tastes a certain kind of good, and then you wonder if they can have, like, a certain, if they can have like restaurants all over the Gulf Coast and they're popular and well liked and everything. And it's like, is there any way I can run my own business without having to be part of y'all? Nope. The answer is no. So, I'm trying to fight for ways to survive, But before I go, I wanted to say that I realized that this side of my hair seems like it's getting thinner. It's not as thick. And some people say it might be the energy weapon. So they might shut me off. So I'll see y'all.